Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tax Deductible Gamer. As always, I'm your host, Dan Dennis, and this week I am joined by a good friend and very close friend. It's the return of housemate Ben. Ben, how are you?
I'm good, Dan. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, we have to ask, how we're doing.
How we're doing? Yeah. You're not going to do your little bit. You're really proud of it. You're not going to do
bit.
Yeah, you.
People have been calling for my return since episode 14.
Yes, correct.
When I made a little cameo from the kitchen.
Yeah, it's spouting all things Halo, and everyone was very excited. It's good to finally record one of our conversations instead of just having them.
Yeah, I don't think people should be recording our conversations.
Definitely not. It's good. I mean, in some ways it's good to have a nice organic friendship, which you don't use for like any kind of personal gain. But also that's show business, baby. Sometimes you got to call on your friends to feature on your podcast because you realize you booked a gig every night that week and you actually don't have time to record with anyone else. Yeah.
So I'm the last resort.
He is the last resort because you're a fun time, you're a fun hang, video games.
I do know video games.
Tax.
I do
money,
know tax.
And all of the dead shit stuff that I do. So
yeah, I know all the dead shit stuff you do.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of my purchases.
He spends a lot of money.
Yeah,
on gaming stuff.
Yeah, because it's tax deductible. It's tax deductible, and I'm going to deduct it. Here's the thing: if I got all of the money back from the triathlons for like a couple of jokes that I've been paid to do, I reckon I'm fine.
You're laughing.
I'm laughing, mate.
Yeah. Well, Dan, what have I been doing?
Actually, I didn't get all the money back.
You didn't?
No.
But you've been back at work this week.
Yeah. I've been back at work the last 2 weeks. It's been great.
And what have I been doing?
You haven't been at work this week because you took all of January off. So you've been putting on a live Twitch performance for me. And just sitting down playing Halo next to me whilst I work, which is great. It's been really good for productivity. It's definitely through the roof.
Really good for mental health.
Really great for mental health. It hasn't resulted in any major breakdowns on anyone's behalf.
You haven't got onto the ground and lay down and just spoke about life.
Definitely not whilst I'm on the clock. That's purely lunch break stuff.
That was lunch break.
That was lunch break stuff. Lied down on the cool floor, stared at the ceiling, and just gone, what's the point? That's the January for you. It's the heat. The heat's been getting to me. But yeah, I don't know. Let's before we delve into that though, Ben. Just a first quick question. When did you first consider yourself a gamer?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a big one.
My parents got me a PS1 when I think I was about 6 years old.
Okay. So 2001. So was this just after the towers fell?
Yeah, it was just
to keep you going.
So they needed to keep me going, so they got me Spyro.
Yeah, they're like, you know what?
They got me Spyro.
Let's get him something that flies and produces fire.
Exactly,
that'll distract him.
Yeah. But I don't think I was a gamer then.
Yeah.
But I probably was a gamer around the time I got my Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did you get that? So you had one in grade 9, I think.
Yeah, I had one in grade 9, but I also had I had the original Xbox. I played through I played all those OG.
You did it all.
Brute Force, Halo, those games.
Brute Force? What's Brute Force?
It's a game where you're this...
Is it on Game Pass?
I don't know, but there's a lizard in it.
There's a lizard?
And he's called Brutus. He's pretty cool.
Okay, so it's Brutus Force?
Brute Force.
Brute Force. Okay.
Not to be...
Okay, and what do you do in this game?
You go around and do missions.
As a lizard?
Yeah.
Okay,
well... you've also got a guy called Tex. It's great.
Oh, I mean, Among Us has just been added to Game Pass. That's a big one. Brute Force. No, not on Game Pass. Sorry, mate.
Not on Game Pass.
Can't play it.
That's okay.
So you had the Xbox. Was the Xbox like yours and Rob's, or was it mainly Rob's?
Yeah, it was both of ours.
Yeah.
I still remember getting it on Christmas.
Oh.
Woke up in the middle of the night.
20 years ago to this day.
And saw Santy brought us an Xbox.
Oh, that's pretty fucking sweet.
That was very sweet.
That's very sweet, actually. 'Cause how many years older is Rob? He
was 3 years older than me. So
he's still 3 years older than you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. To clarify, he hasn't died, is what... Yeah.
So him and I... I woke him up in the middle of the night and I said, dude, you got to check this out. We've got an Xbox right here.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So what year was this? 2001,
2003
2002?
or 2004. I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. So it was a couple of years into the Xbox's life cycle.
I think it was 2003.
Yeah, cool. Gotcha. That makes more sense because I was like, that's pretty impressive that you got one. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just assumed you would have got one within the first year or two.
No.
Did you? Oh man, that's just unlocked a memory. There was a game I used to play. I rented it from Blockbuster. I didn't rent it. Sorry, it's when I went around to a mate's place. We always rented it from Blockbuster or Video Easy. It was called like Aggressive Inline, and it was like like the skate games.
Yeah.
But it was that for rollerblading.
Oh, dude, I had that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Aggressive Inline or whatever it was?
Yeah, and you could it was just freestyle
Yeah,
rollerblading.
it was weird. There was like a haunted mansion kind of level.
Yeah, I had that game.
Yeah, okay, cool. Fuck, I don't know. There was that. I just had a flashback to like those pop-up colored buttons with like the resin that goes all the way down. And then I got the smell of the biscuits my mate's mum used to make and the views of that game and collecting the beans in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Xbox.
That game was a disaster.
It was horrendous. Which is weird. It's like, because growing up, all I heard was how bad those games were. I was like, what are you talking about? Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is a great game. Not realizing that the Game Boy Color was so different.
It's different.
And it's even more different. I think Game Boy Advance isn't even the same as the Game Boy Color.
Oh, I can't recall. Because I think I had the Game Boy Color one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would still have a copy in this house.
In this house?
In this one, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I bought my Game Boy Color across.
Oh, so that's what you do at night?
Yeah, that's what I do at night. I'm up late playing a 20-year console without a backlight. Although that's the thing, most of those cartridges wouldn't work anymore because their save function was based off a battery, so I'd have to buy the Nintendo screwdrivers to and replace the battery. So
that's how they get you.
That's how they get you, mate. That's how they get you in the biz. Yeah, so you had the Xbox when you were young.
Yeah.
Then you got the 360 2009-ish.
2008, 2000. I think I got the 360 in 2008.
Was it a stimulus 360? Oh. Are you one of the rare Kevin 07s?
No, it was a Christmas present.
Okay, yeah.
So it could have been.
Could have been.
But
yeah.
And
what'd you get?
What a machine.
Get Halo 3, Fable.
I got Halo 3, Fable 2. Those are probably my most played games on that console. I
think I'm trying to think what the three, because Joe and I went halves on a 360. He convinced me. I was like, yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a package and it came with Fable 2, I think Assassin's Creed 2,
yeah.
Halo Reach, and Alan Wake.
Yeah. I haven't played Alan Wake, but just going back to Fable 2.
Yeah.
Did you finish that game?
No, it was dog shit.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Fable 3.
Fable 3 was awful. Fable 2 was okay.
It must be Fable 3 then.
Okay, so you didn't play through Fable 2?
No.
Okay, there's a scene in that game. You've got a dog in that game.
Okay, cool.
And there's a scene in the game when your dog jumps in front of you and takes a bullet for you and dies.
Oh.
And no, it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, is it poorly animated?
It's terrible. But then later on in the game, you... Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You can make a decision to bring everyone back alive, bring your family back to life, or get all this money. And because you don't have any family, you just get your dog back. So I made the decision to bring my dog back to life.
Yeah.
And left everyone else who had been like affected by the events of Fable 2 dead.
God. Yeah.
I like my dog.
Yeah, it's a good... I think that's a safe option. It's a virtual world.
Yeah.
I think, that's one of those weird things with games like that when they're trying to make big, heavy decisions. They completely rely on you just not remembering, oh, wait, this is a video game. I can't be selfish in this thing.
Exactly. And I just wanted the dog to look for treasure because that's what the dog did, really.
Yeah. You know which other game has a dog that searches for treasure?
What game?
The Mad Max open world game.
No, I haven't played that. Is that good?
That's really good. I've got it if you want to play it.
Yeah, I'll play it.
I've got it for the Xbox. You can install it. It's fucking sick. Its car battling mechanics are unrivaled to, and it's like, but set in the world of Fury Road.
Right.
But I think what was really cool about it is that there's only a certain amount of ammo in the game from when you start.
Yeah.
And once it runs out, it's all gone. So like you spend half the game scrapping trying to find ammo. And one of the ways you do is that you send a dog out to the minefield because the dog will alert you where the mines are and show you the safe path, and then you pull up the mine, turn it into bullets.
Can the dog die?
No.
Okay, because I wouldn't be ready for that kind of emotional trauma.
No. It's not. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the dog can die, but like, I think it just resets. I think it's like if the dog dies, it's more like next time you go back to one of the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game is so good. I've been thinking about it a lot.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's just open world games.
Is it kind of like Fallout? Like those kinds of vibes, or is it more like...
No,
it's more of an adventure game?
Arkham Asylum's the closest thing I'd compare it to.
Okay.
But in an open world kind of desert wasteland where like your car can run out of fuel and then you're fucked.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
No one wants that. So there's parts with it that are a little bit harder than it needs to be, but otherwise it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it Ubisoft who made it?
No.
Ubisoft actor. But like it's one of those games where you then go and clear like warlords temples or something like that, where like all the bad guys are and you beat them up, and as soon as you take that over, that becomes another outpost. It's an outpost.
So
similar to like Far Cry.
Yeah, okay. So that's the kind of vibe you get from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fun game. Really good. Worth the time if you've got any.
Yeah.
Which you might. I don't know. You're still on
holidays.
holidays. I don't know.
I've got a few more days left.
Oh, was this your last week?
I go back on the 27th.
27th. Okay. Put it in your calendars, everybody. Benny Ellis is returning to work.
He's going back.
Mm.
You know what game you should play?
What game? Oh, you're going to tell me...
The Witcher 3.
Is that... Now, The Witcher 3. Now, is that a... What type of game is that? What type of vibes do you get from that game? The Witcher 3. I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's a game that'll make you laugh. And it'll make you cry.
Yeah. It's also a game that whenever it gets mentioned, triggers a message from my brother saying, hey, you should play The Witcher 3. Yeah. So...
You should play it.
Let's just say I'm looking into it. I've installed
Joe's
it.
played through it?
Yeah, Joe loves it. It's his like favorite game of all time.
Joe, if you're listening, we need to put more pressure on Dan to play this game because he's just not playing it.
Yeah.
I've slid messages under his door.
Yeah, I found a fucking witch's note under my mattress. That was weird. I mean, it's installed on my Xbox.
Has it been played?
No. I've been playing other games, man. I've been playing Halo. I've been playing games on the PlayStation. I've been playing Toem on the PlayStation. I've started another open world game, which we'll be talking about later. That's kind of like my mission for the next month. Yeah, city missions. But yeah, so Witcher 3, that's a fun game. So how old were you when you first? How were you when you were first emotionally touched by Geralt?
Oh man,
did you start on Witcher 3 or did you start on one of the first two?
No, I played on Witcher 2.
Okay, because Witcher 2 is different.
Dude, I tried playing the first Witcher game and it is dead set awful. The mechanics suck. Yeah,
but number 2 isn't an open world game, is it?
It's
like it's more like a Metroidvania.
Yeah, so
Castlevania, Metroidvania situation.
Yeah, so you just go into different. It's sections. Like there's different sections you can go into, and.
Is it 3D or is it side on?
It's 3D, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks the same, but it's not fully open world. Like you can't climb and explore everything. There's restricted areas.
Okay, so it's not like Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Now, did you play Witcher before or after Dragon Age Inquisition? Because I remember... No, not Inquisition. What was the Dragon Age?
No, Inquisition was the one that came... I played...
What was the Dragon Age you were always trying to get me to play?
Origins, probably.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins.
That's the first one. That one came out in 2010.
Yeah.
And I got the CD for that, and I distributed it through all the kids at school and gave them like...
Now, as not a lawyer...
Yeah, look...
You might have done that.
I might have done that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they all played the game.
Yeah, it's
Everyone
a great game.
loved it.
I mean, I bought it on Steam.
Except you didn't play it.
I played it later. I was playing on like my laptop after the school.
Okay, so you've played through it.
Not all of it, no.
Oh my God, why do you do this to me?
Why do I never finish games?
Yes.
I don't know, because I play them until I get kind of bored.
That's fair.
Sometimes I get over... I was speaking to someone the other day about open world games, where like one of the biggest challenges for open world games for me is that eventually I'll just get bored with all the freedom. I like the structure of a campaign game.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of like, I can just play through this mission.
Yeah.
And then I know I've done this much, and I can go up and like, I've completed this much of the story.
See, I didn't with The Witcher 3. I didn't get bored of the open world or the main story because there's so much to do in there.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of interesting side quests that are all like a lot of them are all morally quite grey.
Okay.
And well written, so
Yeah.
you have a good time doing those. But the best thing about the game is the main quest is you're searching for your surrogate daughter.
Oh. Okay.
But Geralt constantly gets sidetracked playing this card game called Gwent. So you'll walk into somewhere and you urgently need to find your daughter, and someone will be like, "Hey, game of cards," and he's like, "Shit, yeah."
Oh, okay, sick. Sweet. So it was a bit of a deadbeat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We
Gwent
liked it.
is really fun,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that game's very popular in and of itself.
right?
Yeah. But no, it's so Witcher 3. That's a game that I've been meaning to play. People want me to play it.
Mm-hmm. Mainly me and Joe.
Yeah, mainly you two. Sarah really wants me to play Bloodborne. I think that's it. I think that's it for all the games that people really want me to play.
Why don't you just trust the two people you've lived with? Like,
Yeah. What do two of these people have in common? They put up with me.
Yeah, we know you, man.
They've taken
we
care.
know you.
They've taken care of me when I've been the most drunk I've ever been. It's been a good time. It's always fun being a babysitter. I wouldn't know.
Except for that one time.
Yeah, but I was hardly. I was just picking up.
Yeah, you were picking up.
I was just picking up someone else's work there. Most of it already been done. They'd put on your favorite songs, and giving you a warm cup of milk. You were pretty much going to sleep by the time I got involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So, do you want to get into the news? Do you want to get into the news?
Oh, I'd love to hear the news.
We got a bit of news. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's the frickin' news. Okay. So two big stories this week. The first one. This is one. Peek behind the curtain here. I told Ben that there'd be two stories, and guess what one of them was, because it was breaking the day of recording. The second one I was going to keep a little secret because I don't think he'll know about it. Aardman Animation have announced that they're going to do a massive open world game, and they're currently working on it.
Oh wow!
You don't know who Aardman Animation is, do you?
I definitely do.
Name their most famous character, or one of their most famous characters.
Samus.
No.
I was right.
You were not.
Who is it?
It's the people who did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're doing that animation.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, they're doing that animation style. This was sent in by listener Joe. Listener Joe hit me up on the unofficial WhatsApp account. And he was like, "Dude, check this out." And they've just been working on a massive open world game, which is just. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, it seems weird, but then Joe sent me there's this other game from these guys in I think Dusseldorf are working on an indie, and it's called Harold Herbold, and it's also a claymation game. But the way they do is they build all of the game, physically they build all the sets of all the different parts of the game. They scan everything with a 3D scanner, and then they just do animation suits.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, oh, I didn't realize that claymation is on. I was like, fuck, because I was watching some of the clips. I'm like,
yeah,
either claymation has come leaps and fucking bounds,
yeah,
or this game is taking so fucking long. I couldn't even imagine how you could program stop motion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it looks really nice. It looks really pretty. It looks really aesthetic. It doesn't look like anything else that's currently out there.
Will the game feature Wallace and Gromit?
No.
Okay, good, because
it's an original story, supposedly.
Okay, because those characters used to give me nightmares as a kid.
What?
Yeah, they looked weird.
What about now?
Oh no, but I'm still kind of you look weird.
Would you watch them?
Yeah, I'd watch them.
You'd watch them with me?
Yeah, I'd watch them.
Okay.
I'll watch the Muppets with you if you want.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you don't need to ask me twice about watching the Muppets. Everyone knows how I feel about those bad boys.
Oh man. I figured out Dan liked the Muppets when he thought he had his headphones on when he was watching it, and it was just blaring out of the TV.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It was coming through the headphones and the TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the pod, but when the Muppet Show got added to Disney Plus, that's like one of my comfort shows. But it's also really interesting when you watch the first couple of seasons before they blew up properly, because it's just a who's who of who's that. They're like, oh, and this week we've got this famous magician. You're like, I have no idea who you are. And then like from season 2 onwards is like Mark Hamill, Elton John. And it's like the biggest names in the fucking world all want to be on the Muppets. But the first season, it's like towards the end of the first season, you're starting to get a couple of more big names, because I think they were recording week to week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was there are some great gags in that.
Oh,
it's also very interesting because it's one of those shows where Disney, instead of cutting the parts that would now, the episodes that would now, that had offensive content, but it wasn't considered offensive back then, have added a disclaimer to it. It's like, hey, this has always been offensive, and what was said in this episode is always wrong. It was just that at the time, people didn't think so, but we now know, yes, this was always bad. So I think that's interesting, watching a G-rated show which has a disclaimer that you're about to see something crook. Not every episode has it, just some, and it's always interesting to see what the Muppets aren't proud of.
But do you still have a good time watching it?
Always have a great time. Fuck, now I'm just picturing like Kermit or like Fozzie Bear.
Muppets game.
I would love a Muppets game. I mean, that's one of my goals in life, to get a Muppets movie made.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, of course you know. I don't know what you do with a Muppets game though, because it's. Yeah, I don't know if you could do a Muppets game.
I reckon you could.
You reckon you could? I reckon it'd have to be something like short, almost silly. You could try and pull it off like one of those early Lego games.
Yeah.
Maybe, or like more like one of the Lego Batman games where it's kind of an original story. And you can pull it off that way. Which is like, is it going to be action adventure, or is it going to be like a... Oh, fuck. You know, it'd be very funny if they do it with something like Life is Strange, or like The Walking Dead point and click. You do a point and click.
Those were good games.
Do a point and click Muppets game, but it's all about emotional... like it's an emotional journey.
Those were good games, though.
Yeah.
Did you play through all of them?
Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead ones by... is it
Telltale? Yeah. I tapped out... I think New Frontier was the last one I played.
I think I played up till season 2.
I played...
The one where is it Clementine and she gets lost in the snow or something? That's what I...
Yeah, that's season 2.
Yeah.
And season 3, I think was New Frontier. I don't know if there was anything after New Frontier.
Those were good games, though.
Oh, no, there was. There was one more after New Frontier, and I just never played it. It was called The Walking Dead, the final season.
Yeah.
I should potentially go back and see if I can log into Steam, download one of those games, make sure my save is uploaded to the cloud, and then see if I can grab it on something else, because fuck playing that on a Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, but that's how that's how I do it on Muppets game. Do a point and click, like Telltale game style.
Yeah.
Muppets game.
You could do it like, I guess it's kind of similar, like Stick It Truth kind of situation, but I guess that's different.
Oh man, a Muppets RPG, like JRPG.
Yeah.
That'd be very fucking funny.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
See, there's so many.
There's things you could do it, but there's also one of those things where I think that I'm like, but then like I'd probably go Looney Tunes as a JRPG. I think Looney Tunes are more suited to a JRPG because they're all about
both, man.
Oh, because Muppets is I'm not going to go into it why I think they're different. It was one of those things where I think part of the Muppets is also part of the musical comedy.
Yep.
Whereas Looney Tunes is straight slapstick.
Yep.
And Muppets is only some slapstick. And the other thing with the Muppets is that it's also like a traditional sitcom because you get the different personalities working off one another.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, that's just me.
We talked about
fucking
the Muppets for
send me a
about 10
message.
minutes.
Yeah, send me a message on which you would prefer, Muppets or Looney Tunes JRPG. I reckon Looney Tunes JRPG would be so much better.
Oh. Look, we'll wait till the developers get it out. And we'll find out then.
Yeah, we'll get Warner Brothers to contact us. But we're like, hey, we got an idea, and they're like, who are you? It was like, I was about to make a reference to something that I know you wouldn't get, and pretty much everyone listening to this wouldn't get, because it was going to be a reference to the bad guy from Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I think you're the only person I know who went to see that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But it was good because we knew it was going to be a bad time.
Yeah, I know.
And then like we rocked up and we're like, oh, we're the only ones in the cinema. This is even better because it means we can just roast it.
Oh, man.
And not watching that movie means everyone misses out on the greatest line delivery of all time, which is fuck who? Oh my god, who is it? Is it LeBron?
I think it's LeBron, yeah.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe's dead, man.
Forget about that. Then yeah, LeBron.
Dan loves basketball.
Yeah, I love basketball, particularly when it matches up with cartoons. When LeBron delivers a line as if there's nothing he hates more in this world than the idea of dinner. He gets really upset when he gets told it's dinner time.
What?
It's like, yeah, it's so funny. Like he's playing.
Dan, he's the anti-you.
Yeah, he's practicing basketball with his two sons, and his wife comes down to the court in the backyard. He's like, "Come inside, boys. It's time for dinner." And LeBron's like, "Oh man." Like, what? Like, anyway, it's
just so the listeners know, we love dinner in this house.
We're a big dinner household. We never skip it.
We never skip it.
Never skip it. Sometimes it's hummus and cheese, but never skip it.
Never skip it.
Never skip it. So that's Aardman Games making their own video game. We got there. The other big news for the week, which is the breaking news as of today, is the latest acquisition by Microsoft, and they have bought out Activision, which is interesting because I don't know if they were like a studio in any financial trouble.
No, Microsoft bought Bethesda, and they're certainly not.
Yeah, that's true.
They are just trying to get a monopoly on gaming, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, they're never going to get the Sony IPs and the Nintendo IPs, but they're just trying to build up
personal libraries.
Exactly.
Yeah, for Game Pass.
And I feel as though Microsoft now has like a handle on the two biggest shooters, that being COD and Halo now.
Oh, I thought you were about to say COD and Battlefield. I would say Battlefield's a bigger shooter than Halo.
Battlefield's probably bigger than Halo, but not right now.
Yeah, not right now because the latest one's apparently not very good.
No.
Whilst it's glitching. And yeah, no, but because I was going to say on top of that, there is another rumor going around of someone about to buy EA. Who could it be?
Who would it be, Dan?
Well, yeah, I've seen either Sony or Apple. Which would be strange if EA goes exclusive to Apple Arcade.
Steve Jobs is such a bitch, hey?
Yeah. Oh, dude, did you hear?
What?
He's back.
He's back?
In POG form.
Oh, shit, chat.
Yeah, Steve Jobs is back in POG form, dude. Turns out he didn't die of cancer. He just had a bit of a sleep.
Oh, man. Look at us forgetting that people are dead.
Look at us go. But yeah, no, so yeah, they bought out Activision, which means, yeah, Xbox now. I doubt they'd make Activision stuff console. I doubt they'd make something like Call of Duty console exclusive.
Yeah.
I think if they push Activision to do a weird platformer, maybe like what Activision used to, we may get a remake of a game I talked about in the Christmas episode with Joe, Shrek Super Slam. We may get a remake of Shrek Super Slam.
That was a cracking game.
That was a good fucking game. Get that on Xbox.
Does that mean sorry to cut in there, but does that mean because isn't Destiny published by Activision?
Oh,
so that means Bungie's back with Microsoft again.
Fuck. Is this just Microsoft's equivalent of Disney buying Fox just for the X-Men?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fuck, that's so funny.
Because they split because they didn't like. Well, I recall it being they didn't like how much Microsoft had that
control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fuck, that's so funny. I hadn't even considered that. Yeah, Destiny 3 Xbox exclusive. Oh man, that's so fucking funny. Oh wait, no. Is Bungie owned by Activision, or are they just?
No, I think the games are published by Activision though.
Okay, so
I don't know if it's owned.
So that means Destiny 3 might not go.
It might not be published by Activision, but if it is published by Activision, then that could be a whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the terms of the arrangement are.
Yeah, you haven't read over the contracts?
I have not read over the contracts, Dan.
Yeah. But no, yeah, so that seems to be another big addition to Game Pass, which, a service that I kept on telling you to get, and you kept on saying, nah, I don't think so. And Ben, what do you currently think of Game Pass?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh? It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's a great game. It's a great service. You get all the stuff. I feel like you're not even getting all the advantage out of it.
Man, I am playing Halo and Age of Empires.
Yeah.
And you know what I was doing 20 years ago, actually?
What were you doing 20 years ago?
I was playing Halo and Age of Empires.
And people wonder why people don't grow up anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Star Wars is still around.
You're a bit off that now, though, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hate Star Wars. I don't think Book of Boba Fett's a great original vision of the Star Wars universe. The Age of Empires. I mean, when I play Age of Empires 4, it's even more kind of like 20 years ago because I'm playing it on a Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, your
most of mine looks like Age of Empires.
Yours looks like dog shit.
Yeah, like it's so fucking funny.
It looks like claymation.
Yeah, it's like go into Google Images and search Age of Empires 2. Yeah. Original edition, not HD remake.
No.
And you'll see what Age of Empires 4 looks like on my computer. It's very, very cool.
My favorite...
Is there cheat codes in Age of Empires 4?
Who's that?
Are there cheat codes in Age of Empires 4?
Oh, I'm not too sure. Because I would love to rip out a Big Daddy.
Yeah, that'd be great, just playing with a friend and they're just like not aware. And then you just...
You got a Big Daddy?
Big Daddy or... Photon Men.
Oh, Photon Men were great.
Photon Men were great. And then there was St. Peter. St. Peter was really good.
Did you ever play Age of Mythology?
No.
Oh,
no.
Man. That was my favorite iteration of the series.
Okay, yeah. It was considered sacrilegious in our household.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I think it was just one of those things where I was playing Pokemon more than anything else at that stage. I think we had a PS2, so we still playing games on the PC.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great game. But one of the cheat codes in it was "Oh Canada," and you would get this laser bear with a cape, like a Canadian flag cape.
Oh, nice.
With monkeys in its hand, and like it had monkeys in its hands.
Oh man, that sounds good.
And out of the monkey's eyes, like it shot lasers. It was pretty cool.
That sounds like a great game.
It's a great game.
Yeah. Okay, you've sold me on it.
You should play it.
Yeah. So that's kind of the news of the week. That's the two new Aardman Studios. I'm really excited. There's also a couple of new stills coming out for the new Kirby game. I'm Kirby in the Forgotten Land, which I'm assuming you'll also be playing because he's your favorite Smash Brothers character.
Oh, I thought you were saying Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah.
But he's dead, Dan.
Yeah, Kobe's dead. No, Kirby.
Yeah, okay, Kirby. Yeah,
Kirby.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I do love Kirby.
You do love Kirby.
And the other news, Dan, is...
More news.
Yeah, we've got more news.
We've got more news. Okay.
This is the last episode you'll be recording in this house.
Yes, of course. This is the last episode in this house, and this beautiful this house and where this podcast was created. The idea was conceived. It was executed upon. I invited strangers over here to chat video games. I've chat with friends online, and
I've probably listened to almost every episode, but not through the app.
Yeah, you come to a live show.
Yeah, I've come to the live show.
And sometimes you featured on them.
Sometimes I featured on it.
That's very true. I didn't consider that this was actually... it makes it even more fitting that you're the guest on the final app. You're no longer confined to your little annex.
Yeah, I know.
You're here at the big boys table.
I'm at the big boys table.
Yeah. So next week, if there's a change in... Actually, maybe not next week. I might squeeze in one more episode here, depending on moving times.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, but... Because the acoustics might change for the new house, which I'm assuming they will. Because is it tiles downstairs?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be recording. It won't be in wooden floorboards. It'll be a little bit more open. It'll be nice. I'm excited. Excited for the acoustics.
Yeah, it'll be great.
We'll test them out anyway. So yeah, that's a final bit of just a little bit of sad news. I want to say melancholic news.
Saying goodbye to the house on the hill.
Yeah. Up here on the hill. Closer to God.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I actually positioned that in a meeting today because someone said, how are you going with COVID? Because apparently there's an outbreak over in Yeronga. And I said, oh, no, we're all good. And someone said, oh, are you, so you're fine up there on the hill? I'm like, yeah, it's because we're closer to God. God is protecting us. And then I forgot that someone in that meeting had their entire family had it. It's like, oh, what are you saying? I was like, I've been saying that. Guess I'm saying that you've been fraternizing with the devil.
Oh man,
it was good, man.
This is why the people you work with
adore me,
adore you. Yeah,
yeah. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's good. I mean, I derail meetings every now and then, but it's always a fun vibe. But it's always appreciated. Should we check on that?
I don't think so.
Was that just one of the neighbors' kids, like, just having fun?
I don't know what's going on there, but that...
it was like... I mean, it was like a shriek of joy, but it was just kind of like neither of us were talking, and we were just staring at each other. We just hear like this, ah! And we're like, oh, God. But yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they're okay.
Hopefully they're okay. We'll find out. Listeners, tune in if you want to find out.
Tune in next week to find out if the kid is dead.
Yeah, you'll see it, or you'll probably hear about it on the news and get a rough idea of where we are. But no, I mean, now this is an alibi, essentially.
Yeah, we didn't do it. It's on the recording. Can't have been us. Couldn't have been us.
Stop asking. Stop pointing fingers. So that's kind of news for the week. So we had the 2 stories and the melancholic. And now the next segment, as you would know because you listen to it in your room.
I listen to it all the time.
Is that we talk about the games that we've been playing. You've been talking a little bit about it.
Yes.
So Ben, would you like to tell us what you've been playing non-stop for the last month? How many hours have you actually tell us, and then tell us how many hours you've racked up.
I've been playing Halo Infinite, which is a cracking game.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, you play as Master Chief, who is in this iteration of the game, he's a big green virgin Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Has he not had sex?
I don't
not
think
canon?
so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because the people on our Halo think he's a virgin.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to listen to Reddit.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but they only think he's a virgin because they want to be able to relate to him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, the Spider-Man, you got the big cable. Oh, man, it's so fucking good.
The grapple hook is the best thing in the game.
It's so fucking good. It's kind of like... I think on the episode where I discussed on how much I'd played, which hadn't been much, and pretty much all I've done since then is more multiplayer. Like I have not played much of the campaign at all. I need at some point I should go back and play the campaign.
You should really go back and play it because it is a lot of fun.
But the grapple hook is like a mix between the Spider-Man web sling and the grapple hook from Dying Light.
Yeah.
Ooh, just burped on mic. Very cool. Very.
That was good.
Sexy.
Is that onions?
No, that was the Sapporo premium beer I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can smell onions.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I've had an onion for ages. I was like, oh, and then in my head I was like, what do I have? And I was like, oh, I had the hummus earlier. Finished off the hummus. I'm tempted. I'm like, do I buy another tub or do I wait till the new house?
I think buy another tub.
Yeah, I'll probably finish it before we move.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. If not, I'll try to. But yeah, fuck, we need to clear out the fridge. We're going to eat some of the stuff in the freezer. I got 2 tubs of ice cream we need to finish. You can dig into the vanilla.
Fuck yeah.
So you've been playing Halo, and as you were saying, you're a long-term Halo fan. Are you playing ranked games?
Yeah, no, I tried it for a bit, and then I just want to play the casual games.
Okay, fair enough. You're just in it for the fun.
Yeah.
Which is why you are always yelling and slamming your keyboard.
Yeah. Well, that's because the keyboard cuts out, listeners. I'm not a rageaholic.
I'm going to be completely honest. I assumed you were playing ranked games purely by how worked up you're getting every time you lost or got killed.
Yeah, so I've got a wireless keyboard, and it cuts out at the most inconvenient times.
Yeah.
And
he definitely would have killed them otherwise.
I would have.
Yeah, he definitely would have stayed alive.
And I get a little upset.
Yeah, he bangs his keyboard to get the dust out, which is affecting his performance.
It's affecting my performance.
It's not good for... I mean, it is the Bluetooth receiver, isn't it? That's the actual issue. It's the Bluetooth receiver.
Yeah, it's not the Bluetooth. It's not Bluetooth. It's a USB receiver, but it's still a pain in the ass. It doesn't get it.
Sucks, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's also another thing, having now sat down next to you whilst playing it. I've never considered just how annoying playing on a computer sounds.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's your keyboard, but I've seen that. I'm just kind of like, I think I'd like a controller. I think I prefer playing with a controller just because it's quiet and you're not just tapping keys.
Have I been distracting you from your work?
No, you haven't. Maybe a little, but like, I've heard you tapping the keys, and I'm like, if I didn't know he was playing a campaign, I'd thinking you would be speed typing like an essay.
Well, maybe I am.
Maybe
I'm doing that in the background.
You're definitely not doing that.
I do speed type essays.
No, you don't.
No, I'm very slow at that.
Are you back to uni?
Not yet.
Yeah. That's another fun fact for Ben.
Doing his masters like a loser.
Doing his masters. Sucks to be you. I've already mastered my undergrad.
You mastered it.
I mastered it, and that's why I'm very good at my job and promoting this podcast.
But you know who else is a master?
Who?
Master Chief.
Ah, Mr. John.
Well, John Halo is his.
Yeah, John Halo.
Yeah, John Halo.
Yeah.
The protagonist of Halo.
Yeah, and because they had to shorten his original name, which was John Eagle-Eye Schmidt.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And it was very confusing because his name was my name too.
Exactly, yeah.
And whenever we go out, people would always shout.
Yeah. John Eagle-Eye Schmidt.
No. Is that the name from that song?
I don't remember.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I was watching you kind of get lost in the riff then. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Like your eyes were just like, oh, when's Dan going to pull over? Yeah, John Jacob and Schmidt. But yeah, no, so Halo, it's you've been enjoying it. You've been winning. We played a couple of games together.
Yeah. So we were playing a game together, and I was having a little scuffle with two people, and I saw Dan running. And I'm like, okay, good. He's coming to help me. He ran straight past me and went to collect a power weapon, and then ran off.
Was this
We were playing with Keenan, and Keenan saw it all happen, and I was speaking to him about it at the gym, and he's like, yeah, Dan does that sort of thing all the time.
Yeah.
He was talking about like how he was he went to check on everyone in the game and how they were doing.
Yeah.
And I think this was the day you were lagging.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah.
And he went to check on you and just saw you running up against a wall. And like Dom was getting heaps of kills.
Oh, it was that night.
Maybe. I
think. Yeah.
And he just found you running up against a wall. He's like, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. There was some lag for a bit. That seems to have been fixed because that was the lag doesn't seem to be there anymore now that I've gone from the 1S to the Series X.
Oh yeah, and I reset that. I think it was network issues.
Oh, cool, even better.
Yeah,
yeah. It turns out I didn't need to buy a whole new console. Just need to hold down a button. But yeah, no, that's so yeah, that's good. I was gonna say, and I think my favorite game so far was when it was you, John Boy, and myself playing Oddball, and
that was a good game.
And we just found that corner. Like I just picked it up and ran and found this random corner on that. What map was that? Is it Turbine or something?
Something like that. I don't know the map names.
And there's just like a random corner where if you grab the ball, you can just, and you've got a decent enough team defending you. It's impossible to lose. Like I just picked it up and held on to it for the entire 100 seconds. It was great.
And I feel as though this Halo is a return to like the classics. So I feel as though Halo 4 and 5 didn't really... I think Halo 5 more than 4, but Halo 4 didn't really have that feel. It didn't feel like Halo to me.
Yeah.
It just felt like a COD clone, whereas this feels... and plays like a Halo game.
This reminds me of a combination between the Reach multiplayer, Reach Online, and when I played Halo 3 local multiplayer at a friend's place. Yeah,
that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah,
but I think they've done a really good job with the equipment and balancing the sandbox. Yeah, I think they've killed it.
Except for that one fucking map where you have to capture the flag and return it, and it's so big.
I really like that game.
Oh, you've turned around on this one.
No, John Boy didn't like it.
I thought you hated it.
Might have been Keenan, who I've always enjoyed that one.
Okay, I thought when you, John Boy, and I were playing, I thought you hated it because it's one of those things where it relies on literally everybody not dying for a plan to succeed.
Yeah, I think what I hated was that you guys drove in and died immediately. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, you need to play with better people.
That map is really fun because you can pick up the fusion coils.
Yeah.
And throw them at people. And you know what the award is for doing that?
Death?
It's called a Kong.
Ah.
So you get a little award.
Like King.
Yeah, like King Kong.
Like King Kong.
Yeah.
The giant monkey.
The giant monkey.
From Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
The monster movie from 2021. Kong vs. Godzilla.
Which you really enjoyed, I suspect.
Yeah, it was great. It's amazing. Genuinely, I think my only criticism of Kong vs. Godzilla is that they didn't lean into the persona. They kind of hinted at it and then they'd pull away. Was Kong had this weird, almost like stoner persona where he'd be like, the opening shot of him is him like sleeping, snoring, and then
Yeah.
like yawning, waking up, and like scratching his butt as he goes to like shower under a waterfall.
Yeah.
And like, there's two things I would have enjoyed, and they both come from the ending. So spoilers for Kong vs Godzilla, which if you haven't seen, you probably don't care enough. Godzilla and Kong team up at the end to defeat Mech Godzilla.
Yeah.
And what I was fully expecting after they defeat Mech Godzilla, Godzilla and Kong walk up to each other, and it looks like for like 2 seconds that they're about to do like the Predator hand grab of like where they go like, Arnie, you son of a bitch. Yeah. It looks like they're going to go for that. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be one of the greatest scenes in like cinema history. This is going to be fucking sick. And then they didn't do it, and it kind of sucked. And the only other thing was kind of like, I would have enjoyed a scene, because half the movies are set on the beaches or on the ocean. Half the movies set on the beach or on the ocean. I would have enjoyed a scene where King Kong went surfing.
That would be sick.
I would have loved to have seen King Kong on a surfboard catching some waves.
See, Dan, when you were describing what you were hoping to see,
Yeah.
I thought you were angling for a King Kong Godzilla romance.
No.
I think I would find that very funny.
I think it'd be funny, but I think a King Kong Godzilla bromance, like if you tame it up where almost like one of like a classic like stoner thing, King Kong like super bad. King Kong's Jonah Hill King Kong's Jonah Hill and Godzilla's Michael Cera.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like that makes sense.
That makes sense.
And then Mech Godzilla's Fogel.
I thought, isn't Godzilla female?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think so. Yeah, because
in the
Godzilla
original,
lays eggs.
in the original.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Godzilla's female.
Yeah.
But also like King Kong, Godzilla vs Kong also goes into like the hidden Earth theory, which I was not expecting. Are you aware of the hidden Earth theory?
Do I want to know about?
It's just the theory that there is another planet within Earth. That there's like another planet underneath the mantle.
Is this from the movie, or is this?
This is something that exists in real life.
Because I have heard about that in real life.
Yeah.
I
So it's something that
within the
it's something that exists within real life, that they were just like, oh, this is where King Kong comes from.
Yeah.
And Godzilla, I think. I can't remember. But it was like a world where like gravity works differently. It was strange.
Do you know like flat earthers believe that there's walls at the end of the world?
I didn't.
I found that out the other day, and
it's crazy. I mean, it's good to know that flat earthers believe in suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I mean, that's good. the big supporters of Lifeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Godzilla vs King Kong, great movie. I've been playing 2 games this week.
What have you been playing, Dan?
I started. This is my mission. This is my mission. Game of the month. I want to finish. The original story, maybe the DLC, by 18th of February. It is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Now I've heard that's very good, Dan.
From what I've played so far, it is very good. Killing robot dinosaurs, fucking sick.
Yeah.
Hunting them, really fucking good.
It's right up your alley.
Very much up my alley. Finding campfires, so I have new save points. Exactly what I'm after.
Yeah, that's what you're after.
But yeah, I'm trying to play through this game before the sequel comes out, so then I can just play the sequel straight away, which I'm quite excited for.
Yeah.
I'm about hour and a half, 2 hours into Zero Dawn.
That's good. Are they?
Good. It's not super.
They brought that to Steam, haven't they?
I believe so. I believe Horizon, God of War, and Uncharted are now all on PC.
Man, I saw someone playing
God of War.
Reddit, God of War on an absolute potato.
Yeah.
And they had it at the lowest resolution possible.
Yeah.
And it looked very funny.
Did it look like the PS2 era God of War?
Yeah, it did look like that.
Yeah.
But it was only a small window, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a tiny little window.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, start playing Horizon Zero Dawn. It's all those classic open world elements. Crafting.
It slaps.
Hiding in long grass and throwing rocks so you can... and
brings back memories of your childhood.
Yeah, reminds me of Assassin's Creed. It's... Yeah, the campaign seems interesting enough. I'm excited for it. See where it goes. I haven't got too far. The other kind of like mission I'm working through... this is on the side thing, is that I'm trying to play...
Your side game.
Yeah, this is like my side game. Which will probably be replaced as soon as Acrius comes out. Is I've been playing through a whole bunch of the Kirby games.
Yep.
Yep, been playing through the Kirby games in the lead up to
That's a very you thing to do.
play Kirby games. I reckon, I 100% you would. I reckon you'd love them.
They're just fun.
They're fun platformers. I know how much you love Kirby. One of the things I'm playing Kirby's Adventure at the moment, which is on the Nintendo Switch Online SNES. SNES? Oh no, just the what was it? Just the Nintendo Entertainment. Yeah, the NES, SNES, 64.
SNES,
So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who has a gaming podcast, Ben? Me or you? And you stand there and you correct me.
Yeah,
you don't even sit because you think it's the new smoking.
I don't even what?
You don't even sit because you think it's the new smoking.
It is the new smoking.
Okay, whatever. Smoking frickin' weed because sitting down gets me frickin' high. Am I right?
It does get me high.
Yeah. Yeah, that beer's really kicked in.
It has kicked in.
I was gonna drive to the bus stop, but
do you want me to drive you?
Actually, you can drive me to the gig. That'd be great.
Where's the gig?
The Valley.
I'll give you a lift.
Yes.
Should we take the podcast on the road?
No, we're not taking the podcast on the road. But no, it's so I've been playing Kirby's Adventure, and it's a lot of fucking fun. I am enjoying it more than some of those classic Super Mario games.
Yeah.
Purely because of the Kirby's ability to like suck in enemies and gain their capabilities. There's a very fun fucking capability. I've had a couple now. I've had sword. I've had umbrella. I've had fire, which was good. I've had tire, which is just Sonic. By far, my favorite one is laser.
Oh, laser.
Laser. You know that classic Kirby power of shooting lasers from his fingertips?
Makes sense.
Their fingertips.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. The thing that's frustrating me, and it'll be something that I'm getting better at it, but I need to, is that there is a jump button, but also if you point upwards on the joystick, you breathe in air very quickly and you start flying.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
But when you do that, you then have to press B to shoot the air out so you can drop.
Yeah.
And sometimes you accidentally press up because you're like, oh yeah, I want to go up. And you're like, no, fuck, I should have pressed jump. But you press up and then you get touched by an enemy and then you take some damage. You can only be hit 5 times.
Yeah. You know.
But it's also one of those things where it's like one of those early games where it doesn't make sense. Where it's like, oh, you got 5 lives and then you die. Yeah. And you're like, and it's like, oh, fuck, do I have to go back to the start? I'm like, no. Yeah. You just continue where you died, but with 5 lives now.
Yeah. I remember always being confused about that. Like, there's nothing at stake.
I think it's one of the, I think your score might be lessened.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's like the further.
About that?
Who cares? Like I'm playing for the frickin' story, you know. Yeah. And
like, I think it makes sense that you would like the Kirby games.
You'd love them.
No, I think it makes sense that you like the Kirby games.
Okay, Ben. Why does it make sense that I'd like the Kirby games?
Because you love sucking your enemies.
Very good.
I got him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all my enemies are female, so...
Oh, no.
No, it's the... But yeah, no, it's a great game. I'm really enjoying it. I had to resubscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, which actually wasn't too bad because I had a whole bunch of points. So I ended up getting the upgraded version for like only $10 more than the standard version.
Yeah, that's good.
Which was good. So like I've also got Nintendo 64 on it online as well. So I can play Line Light Wars again and remember when they say, Andros, I failed you.
And you'll have a great time.
I have a great time. I'll be able to play the game and save it for the first time in my life.
It's great.
Which I've never done before.
You've never done it?
I've never done it before. It's fucked. We had to play it all the way through if we wanted to finish it.
Speaking of old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard so much about it.
That is such a good game.
Yeah, I think I had it on a ROM and I just never played it.
That was a very good game. Daniel had that up at his place.
Yeah.
And I would go up there all the time just to play that game.
Fuck, the dream.
It was the dream.
What was the follow-up again? There was one for the GameCube.
They brought out one recently, actually. I think. It might have been a remaster, but because everyone loved that game.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the follow-up on the GameCube. There was also like a similar game, similar vibe on...
It wasn't on GameCube, it was on Xbox. And it's called Live and Reloaded. And I think Live and Reloaded has come to Game Pass.
Yeah. There was a similar game that was on the original Xbox called Whacked. Did you ever play that?
Whacked?
Yeah.
No.
Similar vibes.
Actually, you know what gets added to not Game Pass, Nintendo 64 tomorrow? Banjo-Kazooie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So you never know, if they've got the, what do you call it, the 2-player, we can play 2-player.
That would be fun.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, actually, speaking about games we should be playing,
Yeah.
Daniel and I, our future roommate Daniel.
Yeah. Oh, that's another fun thing. Ben's decided to make things really complicated for himself and move in with 2 people with the same name. Actually, not even complicated. You're just making it simpler.
Yeah, I'm making it simpler. I've only got to remember one name.
I mean, I only need to remember one name as well, because the other name is my own.
But what about my name?
Yeah, but I already remember your name.
Do you?
As if I'm going to forget my name. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I can see the point you're trying to make, but whatever.
Yeah. So he was talking to me about games he wants we should all play together.
Yeah.
And I was saying, we could get into Rocket League because I used to play a lot of Rocket League. I was, quite a Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Pretty good at it.
Cool. Yeah. One of the best.
Yeah, he suggested RuneScape.
Nah. No.
And that's what I said to him. But I bring that up because a few years ago, Jono and I started playing RuneScape together.
Yeah. Okay.
And just for a bit of fun. And I thought, why not sign up for a membership? It's only like $7 for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to cancel that membership. And I was like, what's this coming out of my bank account? And I went through and looked. And I'd been paying for a RuneScape membership for about 3 years.
Fucking hell.
Without using it.
Oh my God. $7 a month, 7/12s is what, 84 threes, 4 threes, 12 on the top, 8
It's not a
fours.
huge amount.
24. Oh yeah, it was less than 150 bucks.
I think it was more than $7.
Yeah.
It might have been $12, but still, it's not.
Sorry, not less than 150. It was about 300-ish.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of money to spend on something.
Oh yeah.
You're not using.
Yeah, that's a lot. We can just get them on Halo. We'll have spare Xboxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, be like, Daniel, we're not gonna play RuneScape with you.
No.
He can play Halo. He can play FIFA 2K or something.
We can play Berio Kart.
Yeah, I'm on board for Berio Kart.
Mm.
We can play BerioWare, which is just Berio Kart, but we're playing WarioWare.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be good. I'm trying to think what other multiplayer games we've got. Oh, we can play It Takes Two, and then one of us can just sit out.
That's nice.
Yeah. We'll just swap in and out.
Yeah. Super Smash Bros.
We can play Smash Bros. We can play Mario Tennis.
Oh, man.
I got Mario Tennis, so we can do that. Surely there's more games we can play. We can play Tapped On, my card game based off the Melbourne public transport system, where we build our own public transport system, and you have to avoid the public transport cops for fare evasion.
Wait, is this your game?
No, I've got it as a card game.
I thought you said you created it.
I didn't create it. No, I would have based it off Brisbane.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I reckon you should download Rocket League. Have you got it?
Yeah, it'll be on my Xbox account.
Okay.
Yeah, I played it heaps. It was great. I remember when it clicks.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah, you start slapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you spend like 5 hours being okay, kind of getting it. And then it's around like hour 6 or hour 7 when you start to go, I can score a goal every game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to know how many hours I put into that game.
I reckon 100 plus.
More.
200 plus?
More.
300 plus?
More.
400 plus?
More.
700 plus?
Less.
500 plus?
Yeah.
Fuck. So I was correct with 700 plus.
700, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because the correct answer was 500 plus. Idiot.
Oh, my bad, man.
Idiot. You're meant to be a lawyer, but I'm defeating you with freaking logic.
Yeah, you're getting me, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's kind of it for the week. Do you have anything you want to promote or plug?
Oh, yep, I do.
Yeah?
Kathy Dennis, if you're listening to this podcast, I would really hate it. I would really hate it if you baked one of those delicious cakes you bake for when we move into the new place. I'd hate that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. For context here, what happened was, I mean, we still have one of those cakes in the freezer.
Do we?
Yeah, we have one of my birthday cakes in the freezer. That's like...
Which birthday is that from?
This year. It was like, but before I went
Last
to...
year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, last year. But it was like, because I came back from Sydney, and then I was like, oh, if you're not going to eat it, chuck it in the freezer. And I came back, and I'm like, oh, did you finish the cake? You're like, oh, no, I just put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I was...
didn't eat it. It's like your Noosa chocolate factory chocolate that you've had since we moved in here.
I thought that was your Noosa chocolate factory.
No, that's yours, and that's been in the fridge since we moved in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's yours.
I thought that was yours.
That's yours.
This entire time I've been going like, man, Ben's really saving this Noosa chocolate factory. Oh man, that's dinner sorted.
Yep.
Yeah. No, cool. Sweet. I'll let Mum. Yeah, but essentially,
No, she'll listen to the podcast.
she'll listen to the
figure it
podcast.
out.
Yeah. But for anyone who isn't listening, Mum's very good at making cakes, and we had an amazing one a couple of months ago, where we just had it. We didn't even put it in the fridge.
We just left it out there.
We just left it out, and it kept on getting better, and it didn't make any sense. It was really good.
Oh.
Anyway, so there's that. I don't really have anything to plug. I'm back doing gigs more regularly now. I'll be sharing them on socials.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a good time. And yeah, so I until next time, keep on gaming that system. Bye.
Bye.